Hi there. For those who just joined us, we'll start in 20 minutes. So I will open this window to let other people know that we are online and waiting for the rest of the participants. Okay, sound test. How's the sound? I will ask my assistant to confirm that everything is translating correctly and that live chat is working. Please type something in chat. Okay, thank you. We're starting in 3 minutes, so please be prepared. Thank you. Okay, so we're starting. I would like to welcome everyone to this webinar. My name is Alexei Savkin, and today the topic is the project management software and the balance scorecard software. We're going to talk about these two type of tools, and we're going to discuss a little bit how to benefit from using the balance scorecard software mostly, and we'll tell a few words about how to use a project management software as well. Now, if you have any questions during this webinar, if you're for sure watching it live, then you can use a live chart that you can see on your right, in the right part of your screen. And basically, you can ask there your questions during the webinar, or we'll give like 5 minutes after the webinar for the questions as well. Now, why we decided to cover this topic, it's quite general about the difference between two types of software. First of all, there is a kind of confusion between the project management and balance scorecard software. And we see it when people ask us some questions via the contact forms and our support. We see questions like how to assign due dates to my business goals, how to build a Gantt chart, how to use some milestones and so on and so forth. So from the vocabulary used, we can deduce that people are looking more for the project management software for managing their tasks, and actually not for the strategy execution software. And there is a difference, and this difference is important, and we're going to talk about this now. Before the webinar, as usually, we suggested for the participants to answer a question that we normally want to ask people to the content of the webinar, to help us to focus the content on the webinar, what is important for you. So this time the question was, what problem do you want to solve with Balance Scorecard software? And we have got some answers, and I will get back to these answers later. But now I'd like to focus on some groups of answers. So basically, several answers were about basic understanding of what Balance Scorecard is, and actually that's not so that's a good idea to use the software to get a basic understanding of on the framework. Actually, we got some feedback from our users who told us that they were able to understand the Balance Scorecard, the theory, better by using the software. So it's not that obvious from the first point of look, but actually it's a good idea. Now, for the calculation of incentives, for process improvements, using Balance Scorecard software for managing KPIs, that's a good point as well, because KPIs play the significant role in the business scorecard. And probably the best focused answers were these ones in this frame. Those who mentioned that they want to use the Balance Scorecard software to increase visibility of the business value, to automate and manage control the strategy maps, and getting vision into actions, and a few other similar answers. Why I believe those answers are good ones? Because that's actually where the Balance Scorecard helps, and that's where the Balance Scorecard software helps. The software can also manage the KPIs, and the KPIs have some role in the Balance Scorecard. But using the Balance Scorecard software, using the Balance Scorecard for the KPIs only, it's just like using, for example, a smartphone just to make calls. Yeah, so using KPIs only, it's just like using smartphone just to make calls. No camera, no email, no internet. No, you're not using nothing but making some calls. So obviously, if you want to get the biggest benefit from the Balance Scorecard and from the Balance Scorecard software, you need to move in this area. You need to think about this area. The viewpoint of the KPIs. The software will for sure help to manage with the KPIs, but the determination things, questions like how to find good KPIs, how to find good leading, good logging KPIs, is more out of the scope of the software. It's more the area of the consultants. So let's start with the first question, which is the visualization tool that we use for the project management, and for the project management software, and for the Balance Scorecard software. In the project management, we have this Gantt chart where we visualize the goals, we show how they are connected to each other, and we also have some time frame. With the Balance Scorecard, our tool is a picture similar to this one. I can show you what we have in PC Designer Online. It's very similar. So in the Balance Scorecard, our main tool is a strategy map. where we map all the business goals that our business have, and we also map there the cause and effect between them. For those who don't have a trial account with BC Designer, you can always go to webbc.com and you can sign up with a free 30-day trial account for BC Designer if you want to try things that I'm showing you during this webinar. So, for example, this is an example of marketing scorecard, and here you have the strategy map. It's not. It doesn't look like a Gantt chart. It's a completely different tool. So that's the first difference that I'd like to talk about. Why should we use different tools for the project management and for the balanced scorecard? Normally, the difference is because we have this difference because the project management software normally deals with fixed plans. So we have a clear idea about how to get from point A to point B. And the strategy execution software, the balance scorecard software, they deal with hypotheses about where should we go, about how we should get there, and if we are going to get there, what obstacles can we face during our journey. So basically, the difference is at the level of the details that we have in the beginning. With the project management software, we can deal with things that have a very high level of the details when we know what we're doing. And with strategy execution software, we deal with a strategy, which is by definition not a plan. It's a set of goals, it's a set of hypotheses about where we are now and where how we're going to get there, where we want to be. That's the first idea. The differences between the visualization tools. And the second idea is what we have in product management software as a, let's say, tool to control the execution. One of the tools is the due dates. Create a task, and each task has a due date when it should be finished. With the balance scorecard software, for example, here, we don't have due dates. We have a number of KPIs, and these KPIs, if I will make it bigger, these KPIs are linked to the business goal. For example, here, increase revenue is a business goal, and I have two KPIs linked to this business goal. We don't have due dates. Why? Because we're dealing with the hypothesis. We're not sure about how exactly this strategy will work out. We never know this for the strategy, but we need to have something. We need to have some tool in order to be able to control that we are on the right track. As an example, imagine that you need to get from point A to point B, and you know very well this way, and you know very well how you're going to get there. You know what time you will need. You know what how much the ticket cost. You know everything. And in this case, you actually deal with a plan, and it's quite easy to build a kind of Gantt chart to visualize this plan. I'm doing this. I'm buying ticket. I'm waiting for the train, and I'm spending 2 hours in train, and then I arrive to the destination. With the balance scorecard, the analogy is different. With a balance scorecard, with a strategy execution, we never deal with a straight line. We deal with a map where the road has many curves and many uncertainties. And in this case, we cannot just dedicate a certain resources to achieve the result, because we simply don't know how many of the resources we'll need. And that's a problem. And that's actually because the reason why in most of the strategy execution softwares, you won't find due dates as due dates similar to what you have in the project management software. But there is there are other ways to achieve more or less the same accountability. The accountability is still there, but it's done in a little bit different way. Milestones and targets. In the project management software, we have milestones. Like, for example, simplified explanation, we have a certain time point, and we know that by this time point, we need to get there. In the balance scorecard, software, we don't have time points because the indicators will change over the time, and we don't set them in this way. We don't set them specifically as we do it in a project management software. But we can do a similar thing. Here, I have a KPI for subscribers, and I have a calendar on the right. And what I can do, I can select the date here, and I can enter the target value that I want to achieve by this date. Yeah, it might be, let's say, 1,000. When I get to this date, the performance and the progress figures will show me if I have achieved my target or not. And that actually works very similar to what we had in a project management software when we deal with due dates, when we deal with milestones. It's very similar, but the logic is a little bit different because we don't deal with specific resources. Instead, we deal with KPIs that change the value over the time, and we are not always having the control over those KPIs. Okay, so in the balance scorecard software, the closest analogies for the milestones, for the due dates, are the targets, the target values. And actually, sometimes it's better to have this view in a table view. So basically, what you can do in the software, you can assign different targets for the different dates, and you will see how the value is changing. How the value is changing and how the performance is increasing. And of course, it's possible to visualize all this on various charts and diagrams. Okay. Tasks and initiatives. In the project management software, on the Gantt chart, we have linked tasks. Those bars are normally tasks. And what about strategy execution software? What about balance scorecard software? Here we have a strategy map, and here we have these goals. But goals are not the tasks, because tasks is something smaller, something more specific, with a shorter planning horizon. And the goal is something more vague with a longer planning horizon. But we can assign some initiatives to the goals. Initiatives are very similar to the tasks. And you can assign them here. For example, you need to choose a business goal. You need to click on this button, and you can choose what kind of initiative you want to assign. You can add a link to a detailed action plan for this business goal. And in this way, you can even link to some project management software if you have it online. Or you can add a short comment about the tasks that you expect to perform. The only thing that you don't want to convert your strategy map into the list of the tasks that you want to do. You don't want to do this, to convert it into the list of things that you want to do. Yeah, for example, I have added these two tasks. So probably you can have this task, all this task here, but you can visualize on the map only the most important of them. Yeah. For example, We can turn it off, and that's it. Now, if I go to the strategy map, I see that only one task is visualized on the strategy map. That's way to find a compromise between using a strategy map for visualizing a big picture and having some key initiatives on your strategy map. Actually, there are a few things in our software. I know that in other software doesn't exist, they don't exist, but our software we added this is a possibility to align with a business goal some budget and some duration information. Don't do it for all business goals. Don't convert your balance scorecard into the project management tool. But in some cases, you might want to align some budget information with goals. And for example, I can add some budget information here as well. And what you can do later is to generate a report. Here you have it, budget and duration report. That will calculate the cost of your strategy, the cost to execute the strategy. For sure, this will be an estimated costs. Yeah, you have here the summary of these two budget information. So we had them summary here. Again, I don't recommend you to do it for all business goals, but you have this functionality, and if you need to use it, if you need to know the cost to execute your strategy, you might want it. You might want to use it. Okay. Task and initiatives. I think these are these were the main conceptual differences between the project management and balance scorecard tools. And if you want to learn more about this, the difference, I do recommend for you to check out the article where this difference are discussed a little bit more. Let me find this article. Okay. So you have this article here. The name is The Difference Between Strategy Scorecard and Project Management Software. And you can learn more detail there. Now, what about the shared benefits between strategy execution software and project management software? First of all, it's accountability. I will show how you can achieve accountability with our BC designer. For example, you can select any goal, and via initiatives, you can add a person responsible for this business goal. What will this person do, and how this person is going to be responsible for this? First of all, this is about visualization. So if I click OK and go to my strategy map, I will see this person. What goal I was adding to? Yeah, here. I see this person as a person aligned with this goal. So first of all, this is a visual picture. You can align different persons with the goals on this map, and you know who is responsible for the goals. Another feature is that when you add a person responsible, you have these checkboxes here, and you can say that, for example, you want the person responsible to be notified about all initiatives added to this business goal. Or when there are some indicators aligned with this business goal, you want all important notifications about the change of the KPI to be sent to this person responsible. Or, for example, if the indicators aligned with this goal were not updated on time, you can have a notification about this. So it's not just a way to visualize things, but it's also the way to keep people informed about important changes. And basically with this feature, with the alerts, you can set up even more notifications to the persons responsible. Accountability, visual picture. What we were discussing, that having a strategy map actually helps. And one thing about strategy map, this strategy map was not designed like manually, it was designed automatically. So whatever you do here, all the changes will reflect here. So that's what I did. I introduced some changes and all these objects were updated automatically. And it doesn't mean that you cannot draw. For example, we have a different map here, which was created by adding picture and adding some indicators here. In this picture, only these indicators are live. They're taking their data from this tab, from KPIs, and the rest is just drawn objects, so manually. But normally you will work with this strategy map. Transparency and protecting sensitive data. What does it mean? Imagine that you want to protect some data and you want to show only specific indicators only to specific persons. In this case, you go to this organizational structure, select your project, you share, use this option to share only specific indicators with only specific persons. You can add permission to, for example, I can give a permission only to change the value of this indicator, nothing more. That's one approach. And another approach is to give a person a permission for the whole project. This way we're protecting sensitive information if there is some. And on the other hand, you can invite more users here. For example, in BC Design, you can invite additional view-only users, and it's for free. Your strategy, you can share your strategy map, you can share some of your KPIs with all the people who are involved in the project in your business. And that's actually a great way to achieve transparency of your business when you need it. With the project management software, you can do more or less the same things. So we have discussed all the main differences and main shared benefits. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the comments that you sent me when signing up to this webinar. And I'm going to give some short recommendations about where you can go ahead with learning about the balance scorecard, with practicing balance scorecard more. So I will start from the top. The first comment, learn about balance scorecards. In this case, I would recommend to go to the BC Design main website, and here you have this menu, and here you have examples. Actually, if you want to learn more about scorecards, I would recommend to start by reviewing these examples, and you can click and open them at a project of BC Designer, similar to this one. This is just an example, a marketing scorecard that was also here. Or you can read, click read more and read article, where we normally explain where we normally explain how this particular example was designed, what strategy we had in mind, and so on and so forth. Now the next question was how to set up of balance scorecard. I guess this is a more specific question, and in this case, I would recommend this article: 5 strategy steps. 5 must-follow steps to prepare a business strategy for an execution. If you have time, read all the steps. If you don't have time, skip step 1, skip step 2, and go to step 3, where I discuss a strategy description on strategy map. The next question: to know and understand the balance scorecard. How to know and understand the balance scorecard. In this case, I would recommend to have a look at the examples as well. And this article, that's a good idea to read it. And another thing that I would recommend to have a look at is this fact sheet. It's here. Actually, it gives some idea about the history of balance scorecard, how it was accepted by the companies all over the world, and the problems that it is solving. So if you want to get this general introduction, I would recommend to go and check out the details there. Now, and the next question, finding out employees' relations. If I understood correctly, it's more about incentives and rewarding employees. This case, have a look at these two articles. Just put here in search reward, and you will have these two articles. I would recommend to start with them, and also using scorecarding for managing incentives is a dangerous thing, because you can face with KPIs misuse. That's what was discussed in a different article. And if you want to learn more about the dangers that exist, I would recommend to go and read this article as well. Now, the next question, well, not question, but the comment, using balance scorecard software for process improvements efficiency. The key idea of the balance scorecard is not about processes, it's more about strategy. But what we tell to our users, if the software helps you to understand your processes better, as well, we don't want to limit you by this. For example, this marketing funnel is a process of getting of involving customers, building some brand and converting them into qualified leads, converting them to sales, and actually achieving some loyalty. And this is a kind of process map, marketing funnel. But with the tool, you can automate this process map. You can align some indicators, you can build some visual picture, and actually it helps. So I think the one of the steps in the process improvements will be to build a process map where you have your goals, where you have your KPIs aligned with the goals, when you have the connection, when you have some nice visual picture, not necessarily this one, because this one is more for strategy. For the process, you might use all these drawing tools that you have here to visualize the process that you have. In this case, you'll be on the right track. Now, the next comments, using the Scorecard software for project management KPIs. For the project management KPIs, we have search here for skills. Article by Oleg Chomarkin, 8 metrics to evaluate entrepreneurial and management skills. So basically, you have these 8 metrics that you can use to understand how people who are managing the projects are actually doing. And here you have a link to this project in BC Designer online. So if you want to use it for your own project, you can, let's give it a time to load. You can actually use this metrics. And to do this, you have this option in save menu. You will have it save to my account as. But before, you need to create a free trial account if you don't have one. And of course, the clients can log into their accounts. And you can use this save to my account, and you can use this metrics to work on your project management KPIs. The next question was use the software to build a better and more accurate use the balance scorecard software to better and more accurate determination of the KPIs. What I mentioned before, that the software itself won't help to determine the KPIs. It will help to formulate them. It will help to enter the data for the KPIs, and it will help to define the optimization. It will help to define measure units. It will help a lot with the KPIs, but the main job remains for you. And now to make this job easier, we have what we call a KPI system. You can find it here. Find the KPI for KPIs, how to examples, find a KPI for. You have here a system that helps to find out good KPIs that are tailor-made KPIs for a business. And with these KPIs, you will be able to with this system, you will be able to find KPIs that actually can be very, very well aligned with your business goals. I do recommend for you this system. It's not just one screenshot. You can have this presentation here, or you can also download the template that you can use to brainstorm your KPIs. It's very good template, I think. And yeah, and there is an example also included of how to fill in this template. What's more about KPIs? I think it's enough about the KPIs. Now, other comments: using the balance scorecard to increase visibility of the business value. I think in this case, the best way to do this to increase visibility of the business value. Let me think. Before increasing the so basically the business value is determined how by the way how we are moving in this direction, how what we are doing is linked to what customers want, and how what customers want is linked to the expected performance results. So that's is how the value of any business is determined. And in this case, using the strategy map is a must. And actually, the first step you might want to do is to customize this business goal, vision. On the top, you can go to the business goal tab, select the, let me close it, select root element, and you will actually be able to put your mission statement here. And another way to achieve better visual picture of what where the business value is created is to use strategic themes. Let me find some example where the strategic themes were used a lot. For example, this one. Yeah, so this is an example of strategy map for IT, and you can see that the business goals here are different. And in the legend, there is an explanation that actually these business goals belong to different strategic themes. And this is another way to explain how where the business value is formed. For example, by this, by reviewing this picture, I can tell that the business value from the viewpoint of operational excellence is created here with these two goals. So I'm marking with operational excellence thing, and is leading us to this goal, which is a stakeholder, which is a stable product and service, which actually is a theme related to product leadership. So use this tool as well. And in BC Designer software, you can find the strategic themes. If you go to business goal, select any goal, and you will have this drop list here to select a strategic theme, or this button to customize existing strategic themes or add a new one. So that's the direction to go for. Automate the next comment. Use a balance scorecard software to automate, manage, and control the strategy maps. Automating, it's actually 100% automated. So whatever I do, it's updated. manage and control. I think you have all the controls here. When you need to showcase your strategy map to your team, you can add the members of your team as a free users so that they can log in and view the map. And you also can export this map to as a picture file and send them by email. In the software, you can have more maps. We have just here just two, but you can create more. And there are more types of maps supported. For example, overview map will give a top view of the goals that exist in the scorecard. Oh, I needed to create a new map. Just a second. Okay. So that's the overview goal with the top maps, top goals only. Getting vision into action. The next comment: using software to getting vision into action. I think I think I already answered this question in different ways, and actually, best tool to show how the vision is converted into actions is the strategy map. Basically, here we have a mission and vision statement. The root element, there is this button. So if you have a specific mission statement, you can put a link to this document here as well, just to have it all in one place. Then we're moving from the vision and mission to the goals level. And from the goals level, we can move ahead to the level of initiatives and specific tasks if you need. And you also have KPIs to make sure that you're doing right, that you're staying on the right track with your business goals. So I think this was covered. The next comment: using balance scorecard software to develop company and HR balance scorecards. Quite a good idea. And to do this, I would recommend to start with the examples that we have. Specifically, we have examples for a CEO, and also have some specific HR KPIs. This example here, and I think there was some related to the engagement metrics. Yeah, standard HR KPIs and engagement scorecard. So have a look at these examples, have a look at these KPIs. I think you will find some interesting idea there. So I think I have answered all the questions. And now it's time to ask your questions if you have some. And if you don't have any questions, feel free to try the software. And if you want to ask some questions directly to me, feel free to connect with me via the LinkedIn and ask a question there. So thank you very much. I will wait 5 minutes more, but I think all the persons who wanted to ask the questions, who wanted to comment, did it in the beginning before we started the webinar. So it was a pleasure to answer your questions, and I hope my answers were useful for you. So thank you very much for your attention, and I will wait 5 minutes more, and if there are no questions, we'll finish with this webinar. Okay, so there are no questions, and I thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much, and goodbye.